Okay, we're going to go through the NISA Security and Administration Training. Let me get there we go. These are some key dates for the writing test. When the reading, math, and science test gets closer, I will change the presentation and send it to you all. This is where you would access any booklets. I have also attached the writing material administration manuals to this email along with the reading, math, and science manuals. These are just the general guidelines. Every fourth grade student must take the test. A booklet needs to be returned for all of them. And if the classroom teacher would like to mark the alternate assessment on the front of the booklet, that's fine, but the alternate assessment student does not use the booklet. We will do a local writing assessment with that student and keep it here in the student files. There will be 2 consecutive days, 40 minutes for each session, and we are avoiding Mondays, and we're going to do it early in the window so that we can get all of the makeups done that are required. So if you think for any reason that a student's going to be gone or someone's going to be on vacation, you'll need to test them before they leave. 8 and 11, basically the guidelines are the same. We do not have any IEP or 504 students that will be using paper or pencil. And we do not have anyone incarcerated at this time, so we will not have to go to a contracted agency. So that is good. The testing site is available from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. We will only access it from 8 to 4. If we need to use the testing site outside of these time frames, you'll need to let me know. We will only have, the earliest we can go is 6 a.m. and the latest we can go is 7 p.m. and the 7 p.m. is finish time, not start time. Basically, it's an untimed session, but I believe it will take about 90 minutes. So again, we're going to test early in the window, and makeups are required. Students will have a character count at the bottom of their window. This will replace the warning that they used to get when they were about 2/3 done. Of course, we can't take it on any device. It can't be locked down, and Mr. Evertson has taken care of all of the technology side of things for us. If you tested during the field test, which none of us did, it just talks about any of the issues they may have had. You cannot redo or undo anything previously once you put it on pause and then you resume. So that's something that the kids might find frustrating, but once they pause it and resume, then the stuff before that cannot be changed. That is a security issue. Tab will indent the first line of a paragraph, and if they press insert, it puts it into overwrite mode, so they have to push insert again to get it back to normal. Make sure that each student has their own ticket and gather those up at the end. Once they have went to the completed status, they cannot go back in. If they're having troubles, they can exit the Insight testing site and relaunch the software. If they continue to have trouble, we'll just move them to a different computer. If the computer is always experiencing an issue, please let Mr. Evertson or myself know, and then we can figure that out. Make sure your testing location is ready and confirmed. I believe all the scheduling is done and everyone understands where they're supposed to be at. And I have printed and sent the testing tickets to the 8th and 11th grade language arts teachers. Please make sure you put up a testing in progress sign so that you are not disturbed during your testing time. If you want me to print those off and get those to you, please let me know. You are not to view the test prompts. Building administrators cannot come in and peek over the shoulder and see what the prompt is. If you inadvertently see it when you're helping a student, you're just not to share or talk about it. and there are more details in your test administration manual. This is what the icon will look like on the desktop that the students will launch. Make sure they go to Test Sign In. It is the very bottom of the page. It is right below the Online Tools Training. Last year we had a few kids accidentally get into the wrong thing, so make sure they're in the Test Sign In. Then they're going to use their username and password. April 11th, I will view the report, the presentation on how to get the reports. April 14th, we're supposed to be having the preliminary access, and I will share those with you as soon as I can get them. I will print off or save the PDFs of all the student writing like we have in the past. And then, of course, September 16th, when you will get the individual reports. Here are the links to the online manual and the 4th grade paper pencil manuals. This is just an orientation training that I've copied and pasted into here. It has a little bit of information for you. The procedures for all of the tests are relatively the same. We don't let the students leave unless it's an emergency. It's not a revolving door where they come in and out, go to the principal's office and then come back, or go get a drink of water and come back. They should have a bathroom break and a drink of water before testing is started. Do not ever discuss anything that you see on the screen with other people. You cannot take a picture of the screen with the testing prompt on there. You can't read what the kids have written until it's all done. Okay. Do not let the kids take the test administration materials to and from rooms. Keep it in their desk. And no teachers should have it for the writing, for the paper pencil, until the day of testing. And we've already talked about that, so we're good. Don't ever allow the kids to leave with their testing materials or any scratch paper. Don't let them go ahead to part 2 until the day part 2 is supposed to take place. And just really don't interfere in the testing with the students. You can't give them words, you can't give them suggestions. You just proctor and make sure that they are staying on task. If a student has to be moved to a new alternate location, a school person should accompany them, or will accompany them, and take all of the materials. Okay, the online system. We really don't have to worry about the system restrictions. Mr. Evertson has this taken care of. Everything will be on a lockdown device, so we are good on that. Mr. Evertson knows about all of the desktop monitoring, so we're good on that part. The testing environment, I think we're pretty well organized. You all have organized your testing time and got your proctors going, so we're good on that. Obviously, it's going to be as comfortable as we can get it. There will be plenty of workspace and lighting. We're using labs and classrooms. One thing, if you do have a student you need to isolate, please do not sit them in the hallway. That is just not good for testing. And the proctor really doesn't want to be sitting out there either. Okay, and make sure they have enough room. Cover any visual aids or things that would help them. Make sure you have your testing do not disturb sign. Make sure no students have cell phones. If they have them in school, make them put them in their locker before testing starts. If you discover that they have a cell phone and testing has started, I would have a basket, power it down, and put it in the basket till testing is done. We'll all be very positive on these testing days. We're all very happy to give it. Some buildings will be holding a little pep rally and give them a little juice or cookies or something beforehand. And I know these days get long for the proctors, but let's provide a really positive attitude so that the kids understand the importance and do their very best. Okay, to administer the test, I want everyone to follow the same testing procedures, and Cosette is great at this, so I am not worried at all. Make sure that you check your manuals and everything and read through things before testing day so you know what the directions say and you're prepared to read those. Make sure that they have scratch paper for all of the NISAs. And then for NISA M, you can use your reference sheets. Make sure you're reading the directions word for word. Do not paraphrase. And just use a natural tone. If you do make a mistake, you say, no, that's not right, or no, that is wrong. Then you read the directions again. Just make sure you walk around the room. Make sure students are on task. And if something occurs that you are uneasy about, let me know. If a student needs to be unlocked, make sure you let me know. And we have to unlock the same day. If they go home sick, I will need to know that right away so that I can prepare for them to return and take their test. No music during the testing sessions. You can't have popping candy in the room. That's just a distraction. The only people that get breaks are those that have an IEP or a 504 that state they have breaks. So again, they should get a drink and go to the bathroom before they begin testing. Make sure you follow all accommodation, security, and administration rules. The accommodations document was also attached to the email, so you should have all of that information. If you have a special needs student that is going to be with their class, make sure that you have them in an area where the accommodations are allowed and it's best for them. The accommodations manual, like I said, was attached, and this just tells you about that manual. And we need to follow all of these administration and security protocols even during our makeup sessions. It's not best practice to set a kid in the back of the room while you're still teaching math to make up a NISA testing session. All the building principals will help schedule someone to help you make up those tests, or proctors as needed. So please let the building principal or I know if you need help with the makeup testing sessions. I will not be doing all of the makeup sessions. That will be on the responsibility of the teacher. If you need assistance, I can help you. Miss Norsine is willing to help. If we have just one or two that need to be done, we can do them at the same time. So just let us know, but I want you to be aware that I will not be doing all of the makeups. And if you have any questions, just let myself or your building principal know. Thanks.